welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the first show that I'm doing here. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jean Ayako. I live in Houston, Texas. Welcome to my channel. Here we are going to have fun. We're going to talk about the hot topics. We're going to talk about everything that is going on around the world. I'm very passionate about, just connecting with my fellow Kenyans on social media. But this is the first time I'm actually trying a YouTube channel by myself. I used to be on a different platform that really didn't belong to me, but I'm so happy to be here. So I hope you enjoy the ride. Stay with me. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. Also hit the notification button. All the videos I used to do for you guys on Facebook are going to be right here, right now. So stay tuned to my channel. So today I'm gonna start with analyzing what happened. You all know what's been happening lately in Kenya, the drama that hit us over the weekend. This is the story of Maureen-Frankie-Corazon and Corazon. Guys, first of all, get your drink. This is my choice of drink, okay? Yeah. Don't ask me what it is. I'll discuss it next time. Nobody pays me for endorsements yet, but I'll start endorsing products very soon. But anyway, get your drink so that we can analyze this tea, okay? All right, let me take a sip. Tea, honey, tea, okay? Okay. So first of all, who is Maureen-Frankie-Corazon, who is Corazon, and who is Frankie Kiari? He goes by the name Frankie Just Jim It on YouTube and also on Instagram. Okay, thanks to COVID-19, I got to know so many Kenyan celebrities who I had no idea who they were. For example, Corazon, I used to hear about her, but I really didn't know her. I just knew there was a socialite somewhere with big hips, and that's it. And Maureen-Frankie-Corazon, honestly, I used to think this was former Governor Waititu's daughter, and it turns out she's not. And Frankie, I didn't know who that was, to be very, very honest with you. I learned about Frankie just this summer when all this drama started. And so I started going back to where it really started, which is following his YouTube channel that he did with Maureen, his individual YouTube channel. I started reading more about Corazon and all these people. So who are they anyways? I'm giving a background to my fellow folks in the diaspora who probably don't know who these people are. I know a lot of them don't. So I'm gonna give you a little background. So I'm gonna start with Maureen-Frankie-Corazon. Maureen-Frankie-Corazon is a lawyer by profession. She went to, I believe, University of Nairobi. She graduated, but I don't think she finished Kenya School of Law or was admitted to the bar. I doubt she did that. So she stopped practicing law. She said something about it was too hectic. She used to work at a law firm and it was too much stress for her. So she quit being a lawyer for good. Why would a beautiful woman like Maureen quit law? Maureen is beautiful, by the way. Don't take that away from her. Despite what happened over the weekend, she's gorgeous. She has beautiful eyes. She's tall. She has nice cheekbones. I mean, she's a beautiful mama. Let's not take that away from anybody. We're going to compliment each person and we're going to give all their flaws, okay, on this video. So Maureen has 2 children with Frankie. Maureen started dating, according to Frankie, they started dating in 2016. They dated for, I guess they were boyfriend, girlfriend. They moved in together and they had 2 children, Lexi, and then Kai is the youngest one. Then their relationship ended last year, 1 year, 4 months ago. That's when their relationship ended. They went separate ways and they've been trying to co-parent. Who is Corazon? Corazon is also a lawyer. She was actually admitted to the bar in Kenya. She's a high court lawyer. I think she's very smart. She went to Law Girls where she got an A. So I see people trying to say, oh, how did she get her grades? No, Corazon is a smart woman. Let's not always think because a woman has big hips, then they use their hips to grow. No, Corazon is smart. Let's not take that away from her. Despite what has happened, We cannot take it away from Corazon that Corazon is a smart girl. She's an A student. She aced her exams. She was admitted to the bar. She's an advocate of the High Court. She stopped practicing. She quit. So I don't think it's active right now. So Corazon is Frankie's new girl. They just had a baby. So the second baby mama, their girlfriend, boyfriend, they're living together. I guess Frankie has his place, but they stay at Corazon's place most of the time, and that's the arrangement they had. Let me backtrack a little bit. For Maureen-Frankie-Corazon, Maureen-Frankie-Corazon was girlfriend, baby mama, then they got engaged, her and Frankie, and the way Frankie proposed was very tacky. That's something I'll talk about another time. Like, you could tell he just was not into it. Like, there's so many red flags between Maureen and Frankie, but I don't think she saw those red flags. I think she was so in love. We've all been in love. I've been in love to the point where I don't see red flags. Then later on, when you step back, you're like, oh my God, what happened to me? So I think that's what happened to Maureen. So I'm not gonna judge her for that, because this happens to women every day and it happens to men every single day. So back to Corazon. So she's an advocate. She used to date this white guy and she used to post about it on Instagram. I don't see their pictures anymore. My sister is the one who told me that, because I never used to follow her back then. And not just that, she used to travel around. She used to go to Dubai. She used to have Nigeria, all these gigs. She was making good money. And one thing I like about Corazon, she bought her house in Nairobi. And at least whatever money she made, she invested and bought something. Now to Frankie. Jesus Christ. Frankie, I have nothing against you. Please, if you watch this video, I really think you're a good dad. But my intro about you and my first impression about you, I'm just gonna be real and raw. When I first saw Frankie on the Alpha Beta channel, I was just like, man, this man is so full of himself. And one thing I said, this man does not love this woman. I called it. I just said, he's not here. He's forcing something. There's an issue going on between these two people. And Frankie looked to me like he had checked out. I didn't like the way Frankie used to talk to Maureen. I didn't like the way Maureen used to talk to Frankie. It was just not, you could tell it was a toxic relationship. But they were trying to hold it together for reasons best known by the two of them. Frankie, my first impression was like, okay, this is a fuck boy. I don't think YouTube allows me to say that. I used to think this is an F-boy. And to me, he looks like those boys who are players and want to have fun and just want to smash and run. He doesn't come across to me like someone who is like husband material. So that's why I wonder why Maureen thought that was her husband. Just living together with a man doesn't make you guys married, doesn't make you husband and wife. Frankie comes across to me like someone who still wants to have fun, even Corazon, you need to be careful. The good thing is he loves you, but you need to be careful. He's not the kind who will settle down. I feel like Frankie's the kind of guy who will settle down when he's 40. Okay, let me backtrack. So my first impression was like, this is like, you know, that frat boy look, fraternity. Those of you who went to college in the US, you know the frat boys. You know the way they were, the muscles, working out in the gym, listening to music, having fun with piercings on the tongue, here, everywhere, ears, all that stuff. So I used to think Frankie, my first impression was just, no. Anyway, I later on learned that Frankie has a master's degree in management from the University of Manchester. He's actually very educated. He is also, he is a fitness instructor. He does personal training. He, in the gym or at home, he does food, what is it called? Meal preps for his clients. He goes on hikes with them. I mean, he's hustling really hard. I just don't think it's making money, especially during COVID time. There's a reason why I'm saying that, because it ties down to what they're fighting about right now. I don't think he's making that much money at this season, and I'm sure that's very stressful to him. Frankie, learning Frankie more, I think he's actually a good father. You know, some people are not good in relationships, but you can't take away from them that they are good fathers. That one you cannot take away from them. You know, he is a good dad. And that's what, and I'll tell you guys why in a little bit. So Frankie studied abroad. Frankie's mom is very wealthy. That's what I found out. She owns several apartments in Nairobi, Westlands. And one of those apartments, the apartment where Maureen was kicked out of, was Frankie's mom's apartment that she gifted Frankie for being committed, like being serious now with this relationship and wanting to settle down and all that. He talks about this in his channel. So the mom gave them that property. I don't think the names were signed or anything. It's like your mother is a tenant of several properties, giving you one of the houses or apartments, and telling you, okay guys, take this one, you don't have to pay rent, you know, but the name is still in her name, Frankie's mom, but you don't pay rent. So that's the background of those three. So I've given you guys a background on what happened with the background of those three. So what happened with these three was that so last year, remember Maureen and Frankie broke up 1 year, 4 months ago. So sometime last year, I believe Corazon and Frankie said around October, November, they met. And they met, I don't know where they met. They started just having fun, just enjoying life. And then the relationship became serious. And Corazon became pregnant. And by July, there was a reveal that Corazon was expecting a baby and she was so far along. You all saw the story at Edgar Barre's YouTube channel. You saw the interview that Edgar Barre did with the two. They were very pregnant. They were like Corazon was about to pop the baby anytime. So Maureen found out at the same time that we all found out that Corazon was pregnant, and she was very upset. And I believe that was the beginning of now the serious drama. Like, they were in drama before, but now it became to another level. You all know Corazon had a baby in August, and her baby is called Tayari. So Frankie has 3 children, 2 with Maureen and 1 with Corazon. So now this is where the problem started with these two. So apparently Maureen was very upset. You know, she even went live and talked about it. She did a she did a YouTube video where she talked about how she was very upset that she found out, the same time we found out, she felt like Frankie should have told her that they were expecting, him and his new girl were expecting a baby. So she was very, very upset about it, and she felt like she was very betrayed. Of course, I think they were able to work things out, and that's it. So, what's her name? Kai? No, not Kai. Lexi's birthday was a few days ago. Lexi is Maureen and Frankie's oldest kid. Was a few days ago. Then Frankie went on Instagram, and I remember seeing that post, and I was like, And I saw it first on Edgar Barre reporting, then I went and read it, and I was like, Because Frankie wrote that even though he wrote a very long tribute to his son. Of course, it's his son's birthday. Long tribute, very beautiful message, but at the end of it, he wrote, even though I don't have access to you, I want you to know that I'll fight for you, blah, 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 blah. Just go and look at it. And apparently Maureen-Frankie-Corazon was not happy with that. So on Saturday, this past Saturday, she went to YouTube, and she did a video on YouTube just talking about everything. Remember, before she did this live and before Frankie put up that tribute to his son, there were rumors swirling around that Maureen-Frankie-Corazon had been kicked out of that apartment that I talked about in Westlands. That apartment in Westlands, yes. Maureen had been kicked out with the kids out of that apartment. And I don't know what happened. All I know is pictures on Instagram changed. She has this new beautiful apartment. Maureen, you should have moved out Kitambo, by the way. Your new apartment is gorgeous. The other one, when you renovated it, I was like, guy, all that mold, I would never renovate that. I would probably go find another place. I mean, mold is something serious that you should not even waste your time. Oh my God, Maureen. But anyway, I know you learned a lesson. You loved hard. and you never knew that these people might kick you out of this apartment. But anyway, so back to the story. So Frankie wrote that post and Maureen got upset, and Maureen came to YouTube and did a video addressing everything, and the video was titled Enough. So Maureen was very upset. She went off. My goodness, I was seeing that video and I was like, first of all, I was very mad at myself for falling asleep, because she had said 8 p.m. you should be here. That's 12 noon Texas time. But I had worked the previous night, so I sat there, then I think I got sidetracked with something else and I fell asleep. So I didn't watch it. But when I woke up, that was the first video I looked for. My friend is trying to call me. I'm gonna talk to him in a little bit. What was I talking about, guys? Hey, this show is real and raw. You're going to see the unedited version of this video. Hakuna editing up. It's just raw. Whoever interrupts me. If they try to call again, then I'll just tell you guys, okay guys, we're continuing part 3 of this video. Anyway, Maureen-Frankie-Corazon went live on YouTube and it was raw. I could feel the anguish and the pain and the bitterness and all those raw emotions. You can tell this woman is scorned and hurt and very, very hurt. And you women, you've all been there. So when I was watching her, I didn't want to judge her. I didn't want to be like, why you... I was just like watching and seeing the text messages, and I'm like, Frankie, you're an idiot. How could you do such a thing? I'm seeing the text messages, I'm hearing the story, but I'm like, hey, Frankie, I thought you loved your kids. How could you do such a thing? I mean, what is this? How could you? Eh? Like, hey, Maureen talked. It was, I think, 43 minutes. Went on and broke down everything. She even said she's a lawyer and she knows this Article 53 of the Constitution about the children's rights. And oh my God, I was like, Frankie looks so bad right now. So I went to Corazon's Instagram. I paused the video, went to Corazon's Instagram to see what she had written. And I remember before I fell asleep, before I watched Maureen's video, I remember Corazon going live on Instagram. I actually I took a video of it just in case she brought it down, which she brought down later. And she was trying to defend Frankie, and I was like, girl, shh, be quiet, stay out of it. This does not involve you. Let those two sort out their issues. Stop defending this man. Let him defend himself. He's not a child. Yes, but I knew, Corazon is those people who, she's so down to earth. I think she was just trying to be nice, trying to defend her man, and also because she had said that Maureen insulted her child. So I was really trying to find where this child was insulted. I was really struggling with that, by the way, guys. I was really struggling, trying to find where Maureen insulted this child. But Edgar, our tea master, already said he has the receipts. So, but Frankie and Corazon don't want those receipts revealed. But he does have the receipts where Corazon's baby, Maureen, allegedly insulted Corazon's baby. So I could see why Corazon would be mad. And by the way, guys, it's very easy for you guys to say, oh, Corazon. Hey, if you call me a hoe, honey, I don't care what's happening, what baby, no, mama, no, I'm gonna say my piece too. But I think Corazon should have just nyamazad and not defended Frankie. She could have just addressed where Maureen was calling her out of her name, or calling her baby out of his name. But anything else about it, oh, Frankie's, let Frankie, is a man, let him defend himself. So I watched Maureen's video to the end and I was like, woo-wee. Knowing Frankie comes across to me like someone who cannot let anything pass. So I knew it was a matter of time before he did a rebuttal. I was expecting it to be sometime this week, but lo and behold, it came out the next day. But let me point out a few things that Corazon said in that video that kind of, not Corazon, why do I keep twisting these names? What Maureen said in the YouTube video. There are a few things that she said. She said Frankie has not been supporting the kids for 2 months, or is it 6 weeks, something like that. Frankie stopped giving her upkeep. has not seen the kids since I believe, was it August? Has not been supporting them, does not even know what they eat, has not bought for them insurance. Let me write that down, insurance, because I'm coming to that. It's a very important topic to me. Has not, like, she said a lot of things. Now let's backtrack a little bit before we proceed with those accusations. Remember when Maureen Waititu had been interviewed a few months ago by Kiss FM, and he was asked, what kind of a dad is Frankie? And she went like, he's trying. Only for us to find out Frankie pays $6,000 per week in child support. The house that they're living in is Frankie's mom's house, not like theirs, and of course that counts, that Frankie and the family is supporting her. And we found out that Frankie visits the kids, spends 3 days a week with the kids. I mean, we found out a lot of holes in the story, and everybody started sympathizing with Frankie after that, because everybody was like, deadbeat dad, only for him to break it all down and say, using pictures, text messages, evidence, and we were like, ooh, so he's not deadbeat after all. And all of us started sympathizing with Frankie, like we all do. We like to sway back and forth. No, Kenyans, we go where, when the wind is going here, we go here. When the wind is going here, hey, I beg. But anyway, so fast forward, Frankie stopped doing all that stuff. And then to add salt to the injury, Maureen accused Frankie of kicking them out of the house, to which Frankie said that house does not belong to him. And rightfully so, that house belongs to Frankie's mother. So if the owner wants the house back, honey, you have to go sort yourself out. So that's how Corazon was, I guess, asked to leave the house, and of course she was mad about that. She was mad about not receiving any more support. So we're going to talk why Frankie did that. But before I get to that, she also said that Frankie, she has no health insurance, that there's a time her baby was sick, Kai was sick, they went to Gertrude's Children's, and she paid $102,000 and because they don't have medical cover. She did not call Frankie, because it was late at night, to tell Frankie that they were going to the ER. And so she just went and she paid $102,000 and all this stuff. And to me, I was just wondering, guys, I'm sorry. Maureen Waititu goes to vacation, Naivasha, Diani, all these places. And guys, insurance, NHIF is $6,000 per person per year. Maureen Waititu cannot get insurance for her kids, waiting for this man to get insurance for your kids. Guys, growing up, you remember the way we put our parents through stress, getting sick. From the age of 1, from the time you're born to the time you're 15, 16. We are always sick, constantly in the ER, constantly. Are you going to wait for a man to do that for you? My own baby who I pushed? Oh, hell no. I will not wait for my baby daddy to get insurance. And why is Maureen saying that that Frankie didn't get us? Maureen, Frankie is not responsible for you. Stop saying us. He didn't buy us food. He didn't buy us health insurance. No, Frankie is responsible for those 2 children. He needs to get insurance for those 2 children. But for me, that one, I draw the line. I don't care if the baby daddy, I don't care what competition or what Cold War is going on. My children must get health insurance. Health insurance could have helped you not pay $102,000 in Gertrude's. Maureen, achana na huyo mtu, go get insurance. I'm begging you in the name of Jesus, and I'm speaking as a healthcare professional. Kindly go get health insurance for your kids. Stop waiting for Frankie to buy medical cover. And not just NHIF, get supplemental insurance. Your kids need to go to good hospitals and pay reasonable prices. Insurance is not any mothers watching me waiting for their baby daddies to pay insurance cover, my friend. Please, no. Don't play with your child's health because a Negro has refused to pay NHIF. No, do not do that. That's one thing I don't take lightly. I've seen Child mortality rate in Kenya is still high, and I would not want to play with my child's life like that. I'm not saying Maureen played with her child's life. To me, I feel like there's some things, apostaki debate. I can cancel one of the Diani trips and use that money to pay insurance for my kids. Maureen, you're a brand ambassador. You're paid money for all those endorsements. Please just forget Frankie and buy health insurance for you and your kids. Achana na will. You know, you can ask him to top up after you bought it, to pay a share of it after you bought it, but do not. So that really bothered me in that video, that you're waiting for him to buy medical cover. No, do not do that. Please don't. And any mothers watching me, any single mothers, I know it's difficult. I don't know. I understand. I don't know. I've not been in your shoes, but please, do not play with insurance and medical cover when it comes to children, because something can just go awry in 1 minute. Okay? Anyway, so Maureen also said something about Frankie refusing to hang out with the kids, which Frankie addresses in his video, and I'm gonna just say what he did. Frankie addressed it and sent text messages. He tried multiple times to tell Maureen, hey, I'm coming to get the kids today. And Maureen had one excuse or another, like playing around. And then at some point, she wants to dictate that, oh, Frankie, come to the house. I have another kid here, so come see the kids at the house. I will excuse myself. Corazon, I hope this is not going to be your story in the future. That's all I can say. But Maureen, let me ask you, why? Do you know how many kids, their fathers don't even spend time with them? But you have a baby daddy who's actually wanting to spend time with his kids. And you're going this way, so we're out of town, we're here, no, you can't have them. Oh, the house girl is going where? Gee, who's doing what? I mean, it's one excuse after the other. I mean, that was not right. You were wrong on that one too, Maureen. You don't do that. Your kids will never forgive you. Just think of you, the way it traumatized you, and your dad was not in your life. And your dad never even tried, according to your story. Then imagine you're putting your kids through that. What do you think they'll think of when they grow old? They'll be like, but mommy, why didn't daddy come to see us? But your daddy refused. Then the dad shows them the text messages to prove that he was innocent. Shows them that Instagram post that caused problems. Don't do that. I know you still love Frankie, and that's the problem right there. You want to punish Frankie because of the pain he put you through. I would be mad at him too. I mean, you've had 2 kids, 5 years of a relationship. You guys lived in the same house. You guys did everything. I mean, you birthed two kids for him. You carried them for 9 months, pushed them out of your womb for him. You did this because you wanted this relationship to work. You've gone on interviews saying how you fought for your relationship to work, and it never worked. And I know you still love Frankie. That's why you're doing all these shenanigans. Trust me, if you had met somebody who showed you love the way you want to be loved, or the way you should be loved, you wouldn't be going on these circles with Frankie. I know you feel betrayed because you found out on social media that he made another woman pregnant, just like the rest of us. He never had the courtesy to sit down and tell you, well, he didn't have to do that, but I think that was the courteous thing to do. He should have sat down with you and said, hey, this is what's happening. This is my new girlfriend, and we're expecting a baby, and we're due on this day. Then let the rest of the world find out, at least after you've processed it. But those text messages, you telling Frankie you can't have the baby right now. Oh no, we're changing it now. You can't have the kids 3 days a week. Now it's gonna be once a week on Sunday. And then you also want to dictate where he goes to. Then when he goes with the kids at 5:10, 10 minutes after 5, you're calling, asking him where the kids are. I mean, come on, Maureen. Even if he brings the kids at 8, that's fine. Or 7, that's the father. He's not like some nanny. He's not a foreigner. He's not like somebody from I don't know where. This is their dad. Do you think the father of the children would want to do something bad to them? you know. And I do understand when I look at how your dad was absent, so you don't know that protective side of fathers. So I do understand that. But trust me, a father would not put their child under that kind of jeopardy, especially if they're the ones coming to pick, they're the ones they're really fighting to come see the kids. Now, there's some fathers who are crazy. There's some fathers you just see even the way they drive out, you're like, please don't take my children anyway, just come visit them in the house here and go. You know, so when you said that Frankie should come see the kids in the house, you'll excuse yourself. It sounded like you wanted to trap him in the house or something, that you were going to start sommering or something. I don't know. That's why I think Frankie texted and said he had other plans. So he can't come to the house. He had other plans with the kids somewhere.